What's up, everybody? Yeah, my brightness level is up as high as it goes. It is Monday, October 23rd, 2023. I think Boyd Rivals number 5 or 6 comes up this week. I lost it. Six? Yeah, six comes up this week. That's what I do. I've been behind on some of my stuff. Everything's just too high right now. Having a slow morning, actually early, super early morning, late nights, early mornings, I guess. Yeah, I'm driving. Got an hour drive ahead of me, so I figure I'd just get on here and talk a little bit. It's another day, another dollar situation. Don't look like it's got too much work going on due to the fact that we're doing an installation. We'll have to call, figure it out afterwards. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Mine was slow and eventful. Yeah, that's how you describe it. I am just getting bombarded with stupidity all across every level. Excuse me. So at my job, they ask for my opinion, and then they tell me no. They don't like the way it sounds. Then they tell my exact opinion to another person who's not even working on the stuff I'm working on, who's doing another part to a subsidiary company. So with this company. So he's working nights doing something completely different. He's not there, but he knows the job site. They have me stay in a little extra so they can ask me my assessment of what's going on. Well, I gave my assessment. It wasn't it wasn't nothing out of the norm. So basically, our line that runs to a misting machine got cemented over and then put in concrete. You can't just have that happen because if there's a part of the line that breaks within the, I don't know how thick the concrete is, within that area, we're going to have to break the concrete regardless to fill it up. So I was like, what we could do is just drill a hole through the wood, put the tubing through the hole, and if they have a problem, they can let us know, or they can just let us silicone it up so there's not going to be a gap and no problems. Because if you're going to cut into wood, you're going to have to put either a plastic cap over that, silicone that in, or you can just silicone the hole and just leave the tubing and put the silicone right there. It's easier to cover up a 16 to quarter inch thickness than it is a couple inches. And if it's leaking, it's only going to be on one side or the other, not in the middle where the silicone is. What's up? Good morning. I'm just talking about my job and how I had to come in early. Uh, Setting up a misting system. But when I told everybody the way I wanted to do it, I was told by the boss that's not the way. Come back to work this morning. He's like, I told the other guy, he said your way's correct. But yeah, you told me the other day my way's wrong because you, the boss who doesn't do the job, just didn't think it sounded good. No, I don't get paid enough to be told to think of a situation and then express my views and it's told no, and then come back a couple days later. So we're going with your. I tell them all the time the reason I don't give them input and stuff is because they don't pay me enough. They just look at me like that's an asshole move. No, no, it's not. If you're an artist, you don't like doing your work for free. You know, that's how people feel about it. If you're a plumber, you're not gonna go lay a bunch of pipe and then connect it all and then be told, yeah, that's not the way I want it. It doesn't matter how you want it, it's the way the job's done and it needs to be done. If you have the skill level and you don't just throw it out there for free. And people are like, well, then that's not why you get. No, the reason why I'm not getting raises is because they choose not to give raises. I have the skill level, I show it, and then they turn it down. And then a couple days later, it's just a loop like that. So today I have a job interview for what was it, a chauffeur. I drive every day, all day. I don't see why I can't drive as a chauffeur. I think maybe one out of every so odd months I get a little lazy. That's due because I don't always get sleep provided that I need. Like last night, I woke up so many damn times for no reason, other than I think the dog and the cat were playing a little too much. Because all I could hear was my cat running one way and the dog running the same way. They usually don't do that unless there's one of them sleeping in the other one's spot. You know what I mean by like the dog sleeps at the foot of the bed sometimes or on the couch, but those are the same spots the cat sleeps. So whenever they get into it, the cat will sit there and cause the dog to get up, chase him around, and then he'll get the dog's spot, and the dog go to the couch. Although the cat does like to sleep on the headboard, he wanted to sleep next to the corner of the bed for some reason. Yeah, easy, easy drive this morning. I get paid just to sit around. Last few days I've been at work, I've just been sitting around. Trucks breaking down, trucks breaking down. Somebody's got to pick me up. That on Thursday. On Thursday of this past week, the vehicle I drive for my job, the fuel injectors just decided to shit out on me. It's like, awesome. Well, it only happened about 10 o'clock in the morning. So I've been driving quite a ways around Dallas already. And I was on the tollway and there is no notification at all. It just stopped. I'm in the middle lane. And when it stopped, I was like, awesome. I have to call the office, was going through my head. I have to get out of the lane I'm in. Thank God I brought my Jesus. If I would not have, I would have been super bored. I called so many of my friends, met me, trying to help me figure it out, giving me jumps. A plumber that lives in Terrell, and I'm in Dallas, came all the way out there to try helping me. Couldn't get it to work. But he also had to get his check in with the Senate. And then uh, another guy who I used to work with was in the same area. He was all trying to help figure it out. He come by, we tried jumping in for like 10 minutes. He was looking at the intake, and I was like, I assumed it was the intake because there's a crack on the intake. It wasn't connected. It was all messed up. And I'm like, well, if you don't have the intake connected and it's blowing hot air, it's gonna cut out. It's gonna choke out. So that's what I assumed had happened. And my friend's like, well, you ain't got no gasoline, do you? I was like, no. He's like, I don't either. He was just gonna pour gas on the air filter and started. I was like, I don't know if we should do that. Then here comes a mechanic out of nowhere. The office. I mean, now it's like fucking 3 o'clock. The mechanic about 2 o'clock. The mechanic came, showed up, and he starts trying to get it to start that way. He's over there. And then we found out that the fuses were blown. So the fuse that sends the information to open up for the fuel injectors was blown. And we were trying to figure out what can be done. And he got a new fuse, put it in, and it worked. I did 2 jobs on Thursday. After that, it was about 5 o'clock. I couldn't make it to my last job because I really didn't trust the truck. Excuse me. Sorry. So I really didn't trust that truck that I've been driving. I was like, I'm gonna go back to the office just in case. Well, the next day, I have to head out to Fort Worth to go to this job to do a misting system. I jump on in and I drive 8 blocks. My vehicle died. Awesome. Did the same thing as the previous day. I'm like, this is awesome. They're gonna fire me. They're like, David's fucking up trucks somehow. That's the logic I was coming to my head. Because last time a truck fucked up, it was the transmission, and I had notified the guy that was to take care of this problem. So when he went to put in transmission fluid, he found out they capped off the transmission line where you check the actual transmission fluid. I was like, that's fucking awesome. So I couldn't check the transmission fluid. And I was thinking they're gonna be pissed off at me. They're gonna find a way to blame me on that. But I didn't get in trouble. Thank God. I was like, that's awesome. Count me on that. Oh, so fucking lost. I gotta go.